Hey there, creative lady. It's Anna here. Thanks for joining me for this second video in the Pricing and Packaging Your Offerings mini e-course. So, in lesson 1, you got to understand who you want to work with, and I hope you had a chance to actually work through that and put together who your ideal client is. I hope you gave them a name, and I hope you gave them a face, and their picture is currently sitting on your wall. In lesson 2, we're going to talk about how to craft the perfect design services and packages that address and fix your client's problems. So, now that you know who you want to work with, how will you hook them? Well, there's a simple way to ensure that your packages sell like hotcakes. So I'm leading off with the big info. So listen carefully. So to ensure your packages sell like hotcakes, you need to make sure that your offerings solve a problem that your target market has. In fact, if you are solving a problem for your customer, you are more than halfway there. You are on the road to success, my friend. However, if you are not solving a problem for your ideal client, that's when you'll find your business struggling to gain traction. You'll be fighting to be seen, and you will not be making any money. I know, it's the harsh truth. Now I can see you thinking, well, there's only one problem I can really solve for my ideal clients, Anna, and that problem is design. Sure, on the surface, but I will be asking you to dig deeper than that in this lesson. So, the first step to make sure that you're solving your client's problem is to step into their shoes. Here's my foolproof process for coming up with packages and offerings that your ideal client cannot resist. So, number 1, think about your ideal client and think about their target audience. So, sit back and have a look at Sarah on your wall. Sarah is my ideal client, and think about who she wants to work with. Number 2, journal a list of problems their audience has. Number 3, think about what products your ideal client, Sarah, creates to solve their problems. And then finally, the last point that brings it all together with a nice neat bow is include these items in the perfect design package for your ideal client. So let's go through a bit of an example. Here is my ideal client from last week's lesson. This is Sarah. Sarah is an online coach, which is quite broad, but it's going to be a good example for today. Sarah has a mission in life, and that is to help other people's business soar. To me, from last week's work, I know who Sarah's idols are and who she looks up to in business. That is Marie Forleo, Denise Duffield-Thomas, and these are the kind of people that I can look at online to do some research and get a clear idea of what kind of products Sarah is going to create in her business. So Sarah's ideal clients have a whole range of problems. Their problems are about money, mindset, fear in business, perhaps marketing, perhaps finding their right tribe. So if I were to do some research and have a look at one of Sarah's idols, perhaps let's look at Denise Duffield-Thomas's website to get an idea of the kind of products and design services that Sarah will be needing from me in order to serve her clients. So if we have a look at Denise's site, she's got a free manifesting course. So I would say it's fair to say that most online business coaches would have an opt-in of some sort, be it a free printable, a free e-course, an e-book, something like that. And And if we go down, a lot of blog posts. This is how coaches communicate and connect with their tribe. So, from my research, I dare say that Sarah is going to be doing a lot of blogging. And those blogs will probably be shared on all sorts of social media, which will require more templates and things like that. So Denise also has some audio. It's just giving me a really good idea of the kind of solutions Sarah is going to be providing for her clients. So that gives me an idea of what products or tools I can help Sarah create to provide a solution to her tribe. From all of that info, you can get a really good sense of the design services that you can include in a package crafted specifically for your dream client. Now, I can hear you thinking, oh, if only it were that easy, Anna. How do I find out those answers from my ideal client? Well, my dear, clients leave crumbs. Have you ever heard of the old Tony Robbins saying, success leaves clues? Well, clients leave clues too. If you're struggling to answer these questions from the perspective of your client, start getting a bit Sherlock about this stuff. So, to follow the breadcrumbs, look closely at your interactions with your clients. Have a look at what questions and problems your clients are emailing you about. What issues are they talking about in the comments section of your blog or social media? What questions are they asking their peers in Facebook business groups? This is a biggie for me. I get a lot of inspiration for blog posts, offerings, by stalking Facebook groups where my ideal client hangs out. I am forever screenshotting questions in there because it's coming from the direct mouth of my ideal client. They are basically telling the world what their issue is, and it's my job then to provide the solution. And then finally, if all else fails, you can directly send out a survey to your tribe. Maybe sweeten the deal with a little incentive to pick their brains. Now, let's talk about how we can put all of this valuable info into packaging your services. So, when it comes to hooking your client and packaging your services, it is always better to add value rather than discount. Why? Well, in short, discounting your work does not build confidence in your work, and it shows that you're not confident either. Individuals and businesses that are sought after do not discount. Full stop, my friend. They don't have the capacity to. So, to entice your clients to work with you, I would suggest putting together a range of 3 or 4 packages that are easily accessible to your audience. So, let's have a look at my design packages as an example. Here we are. This is my sales kit, and you can download a free sales kit template from my website, annadower.com, if you haven't already. Here are my design bundles that are housed in my sales kit. So, as you can see, I have 3 clear bundles. I would like to think these packages are clear and concise, and within a few seconds the client can easily see which package is perfect for them. It doesn't take a lot of brain power, and it takes out the umming and ahhing for them so that they feel compelled to pick one in the heat of the moment. Now, let's take a closer look at these packages. I have 3 that vary in size and cost. So, there is an entry-level package, a mid-range, and a high-end package. I have chosen these specific design offerings in each package because my ideal client, Sarah, would use these in her business. So, for example, because Sarah is an online business, there's probably less chance that she would want printed items such as letterheads, postcards, things like that. So I haven't included those in the package. So as you can see in the basic one, there's a logo, style guide, logo submark, and a choice of 2 collateral items. So, and then in the next one, it kind of steps up a level where I include a strategy session, 2 collateral items, and a basic website design. And then finally, the luxe package is the full bells and whistles. It has logo, style guide, all those types of things. A bigger collateral item such as an ebook, because I have a feeling Sarah has one of those for her opt-in, and social media templates. And more often than not, anyone who goes for this luxe bundle will end up buying the other item eventually also. So these packages seem like they have a lot of stuff in them, don't they? Well, it is, but it's also padded up to seem like it's so much value and that there are so many things included. You see, usually designers will include a complimentary style guide as part of a logo design, but most clients don't know that. So listing it in the package makes the whole process seem more of an event for them. And it works for you too. Selling packages like this means you are not wasting your time on the small and cheap jobs. Instead, you're getting a nice hefty deposit and get to take your time on working on something more substantial. I've also included in those prices in the higher 2 packages a strategy session, just so I'm including an amount of time that they get to speak to me and letting them know it's included in the cost. However, I would probably do this as part of the package anyway, but by adding it in there, it makes it seem like they're getting so much from me. Let's just pop back to the slides now. Okay, so once you have those packages, it's time to come up with a catchy name for each of them. Try to avoid offering people things like a website design package. Boring. Offer them the Total Pro design package or the 6-week deluxe design package, or even the big kahuna complete overhaul design package. Each of these examples communicates about your brand to the customer. In fact, the name of the offering is one of your biggest chances to show your brand personality and values. So, go back to lesson 1 as well and have a look at who your ideal clients' idols are, which magazines and websites they love, and have a look at the kind of language they use on those publications, because that gives you a really clear insight into what your ideal client connects with and what kind of language resonates with them. Now, before I tell you about your action steps for this week, I want to just quickly run over everything we've learnt today. So, we've learnt we need to take a closer look at our ideal client and their target market and the kind of products that they need to create in order to delight their clients. Once we figure that out, that gives us a really clear idea of the products we need to include in our design packages. So, once we know what we're going to include in the design packages, we need to come up with 3 different packages. A basic, an intermediate, and a luxe offering. Pad it out, make it sound amazing. Add in value. You can add in value by including things like mood boards, one-on-one sessions, workbooks, things like that. Stuff that you probably already have and do, but it's time to include it in the packages. So, your action steps for this week is to list the solutions, i.e., design products, you can offer your ideal client. Number 2, start putting together 3 tiers of packages: basic, intermediate, and luxe. Number 3, download the client clues worksheet, which is just below. And I've put together a cheat sheet of design offerings for you, because I know your mind can go blank when it comes time to actually sitting down and doing this. So I've put together a comprehensive list of design offerings that you could possibly include in your packages. Once again, keep in mind who your ideal client is and if they would actually find the offering useful. So that was a lot to take in. I hope you found it helpful. I'll be in touch next week for lesson 3, where we're going to be talking about money blocks, things that can be holding us back from actually charging our worth, and finding the magic number. Until then, take care.